You know what time it is, guys. It's map judging time. Off the bat, Emerald Citadel. I got a Celsius with me, so if I have a heart attack, I apologize. But we gotta grind these maps. Okay. That looks kinda interesting. Okay, off the bat, because we gotta speed this up. That main looks fucking humongous. Holy shit. Okay. But it looks like you can only blink on one side here. So, well, I'll let it in the game again, too, because it's always looking to look bigger in the editor. Okay, natural. Well, check this out as well. Actually, real quickly, let me pull up this list of commands. I had the help of Hyper One, who gave me all of the little tricks to using the editor and the settings and whatnot. So shout out to them for being cool and doing that for me. But let me make sure I actually have it on the side. Okay, here you go. I have it. Cool. All right. So main, natural. Main looks huge. Not something I like personally. And then also, I just don't like it because of the 4K blink stuff. But I mean, like, this is a little small clip, so it's fine. Like, it's actually not that big of a deal. What else is here? Okay, airspace. We'll check that out. We have 1, 2, 3. This space seems really far. I'll check it in we'll check it in the game. But like this seems really far away from the 4th, right? Not far away from the natural, but really far from the 3rd. So if you expand this way, so it's just, I don't know. It seems kind of tough. Like, so there's only one. They can only attack you from one direction here, which is nice. Haha, one direction. They can only attack you from one side here. But then if I take this space, I gotta defend here, here, and here, and that's kind of a doozy. But like I said, we'll let it in the editor and actually see, because it could be that it's not, the distance is actually not that large. Let's see. Is there any abusable spots? This seems like it could be a little bit abusive for tank positioning right here. Could be wrong about that, but that looks like it could potentially, hit the mineral line. We'll see. These middle bases here will always have that disadvantage, so that I think is fine. And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rush distance. Let's read the description because I didn't do that. Okay, rush distance on this map is short. Or okay, let me rephrase that. Do I have the right one loaded here? No, I do not. Okay. Rush distance on this map is short, and attacker can partially block the defender's flanking path at both thirds. This should favor more aggressive plays. Map also has only 14 bases, 2 of them being forward ones. Okay, that why did I just go with that? Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. And then the distance from natural to natural, 30 seconds. Okay, so what is that from like here to here? Okay. All right, let's let it in the editor real quick. Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-bum. We'll let it in the editor, and then from the editor, we'll let it into game. Honestly, off the bat for this map, it doesn't seem particularly crazy in any way. Mostly what I'm worried about is like how reasonable is it to actually be able to defend your 4th or be able to take a 4th, because you could take this 4th, which is not really the issue, but obviously when you expand this way, then this lead becomes very exposed, and not that there's not already maps like this. Oh yeah, they also told me how to mute those sounds. Okay, if we go to file, and then we go to test document. What? Oh, file preferences. File. What the fuck is preferences? Preferences. And then test document. And then. Oh wait, that's not even. That's for the. Oh, 3 spawns you as Terran. Okay. Where do I? Okay. And then sounds. Honestly, I don't need sound, so. Okay, there. Okay. Yeah, so this looks like it could potentially hit the mineral line. That looks like it potentially hit the mineral line. And then airspace here kind of goes up like this. Okay, so no airspace here, actually. The pockets of airspace are fine. Basically, once you get from here to the natural, there's no more airspace, right? Because you can't hide over here. And from here to the main, You could go this way and hug it as much as you can until you get to this point, and then you would have to drop in like that if you wanted to go straight for the mineral line. Honestly, I think that's balanced. It's fine. Like, you could probably have a little bit more, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, no map is required for you to have to be able to hide a unit back there, I suppose, but it's always very nice. Tank spots here and here. I can see tank pushes being pretty good on this map if you like 3 base all in. Alright, especially if you can siege right here and right here. So we'll load it into the game. Is that the button I'm supposed to hit? I forgot. Or open. No. Oh. Bro, why am I acting new? How the hell? Did I really forget how to do it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I had closed the game, and then I had reopened it. Okay, that's my fault. I apologize for that. There you go. Now it's loading. Okay, my bad. I apologize for that. Okay, so we're going to check this real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next one. I'm taking a little bit longer on this map, just because, like, this map doesn't have any, like, clearly just, like, busted things. So it's not like... I'm like, oh, we can't use this map. This fucking doesn't have this. Okay. So the main here is, I see how it's actually not as big as it looks in the editor or in the picture. It looks humongous, right? But when you're looking at it here, it actually doesn't look that big. And this isn't bad. So you wouldn't be able to 2-racks on this map, but like proxy 2-racks Reaper would be kind of booty. I mean, you could go here too, but maybe not the greatest build on this map. Yeah, okay, the distance is not terrible. It does kind of remind me of Pride of Alteris, though. It just feels like it's not. It doesn't have to be that far apart. I can't even set up control groups or camera locations. Yeah, it doesn't. Because this is extremely open. Extremely open. And I feel like you could, you know, there are ways to wall around this and stuff like that. But honestly, I just really don't. Like, look how, it actually is pretty far, man. Because it's a hard part of balancing the map, right? Like, you can't have it too far away, but you also can't have it too close to each other. So, like, sometimes if they're closer to each other where it's easy to take, you can make it so that there's, like, something you can abuse. Like, maybe there's multiple pathways here or something like that. But, I don't know. I feel like if I'm playing this map, I'm just going to 3-base all in. Because, like, my fort is really far. And mostly against Zerg. I think against Protoss, it would be fine. But against Zerg, it's kind of like, god damn. Because at least it can connect all their bases with creep. You know what I mean? Like, well, if I, like, have to defend here and then there's like banelings running into the kill this base, and I have to run from like here all the way to there. It's kind of a pain in the ass. But really, other than that, it's fine. Oh, this tank spot here. Yeah, if you put a tank right here, you could hit this. So that's the only thing. If you put a tank right here, you can definitely hit this. With this one, it's not as important. Like, if you put a tank here, you can hit the gases, but you know, there's no terrain. Like to defend this, you'd have to go all the way around here, bottom out, and then to the left. So, oh wait, let me look at anything else. No, these other bases look fine. The forward base is cool. I like the rocks here. I think that helps a lot with maybe blocking this up a little bit. The middle of the map seems pretty open, but it's not like you can micro around this. You can micro on here. Like, there's stuff in the map for you to micro on or against. And the airspace is not terrible. You maybe could hide there, and here. Otherwise, airspace is good. Yep, there too. There's gaps, but there's also ways that you need to get hit. Okay, sorry. This map is extremely interesting to me, but I think I'm gonna have to rate it. Okay, let's look. Let's look here. Okay, so if we look at the scoring guidelines again, we see this map could be used competitively without any concerns. I feel like there are some concerns with the base distance between the third and the fourth, and the tank. Well, the tank spot, like, I don't know. I don't know. It does seem like if it's a rush map and there's a pretty good abusable tank spot, it does seem like, especially in TVC, people will go for that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that they just can't take the other base and nullify that. You know what I mean? So, mm, I think I will give it a 3. I'm gonna give it a 3 because for me, the distance between the bases is kind of a big deal. Um, and I could see how, it's a rush map, right? So we're not even thinking about this in a late game scenario. Not that there won't be late game scenarios on the map, but we're thinking about it in the mid game, early game scenario. We're like having to defend, especially as Terran or Protoss, those bases that are so far apart from each other is honestly so ass. Like Zerg has the added benefit of if they survive those first like 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and they get that base connected with all the creep, I feel like it's way easier to manage that. You know, but I'm not trying to think about it from the Zerg perspective as much because I'm not a Zerg judge. But that's my idea for it. So like, especially for me personally, like, between Baneling run bys, lurkers, like, or huge zealot run bys, blink DTs, like, if you're ever having to defend for anybody, it just seems such a pain in the ass. Which I guess is the point of a rush map. Because who says you're supposed to, like, who says all the bases should be accessible? Especially if it's a rush map. You know what? That's true. Although initially I wasn't a fan of how the bases, the fourth and the third, I don't know why I said it that way, the third and the fourth are so far apart. It is a rush map, and I think every race will have to work around that distance between the bases. Otherwise, I don't see anything else wrong with the map. Yeah. Okay. Which? Okay. Color coral. What the fuck? Coral went. So this. Okay, I gotta hurry up. Okay, looking at this top base. This map is fucking crazy. What the hell? What's the underwater map with 14 bases and a classic expansion pattern, but with a quick nat to nat timing that will bring extra attention to partly blocked ramp just outside the natural. The zigzagging high ground is overlooking the flanks and offers a strategic advantage along with God, TVT is gonna be a fucking doozy on this map. Along the 3 and 9 o'clock outpost, the layout incorporates elements of both Eternal Empire and Hardwire, but in a more compact form to suit the more aggressive rush category while still allowing exciting middle and end games to take place. Notable features: destructible rocks are partly blocking the ramp outside the natural to help defend the earliest of attacks. Rich Vespian geysers exist at the 3 and 9 o'clock outposts. Patches of sight blockers can be used to outmaneuver an enemy or setting up a sneak attack. Okay. That's okay, so here you go. So 3 base. And you can see this map? Whoa, the fourth is fucking impossible. Jesus. Okay. So we'll load in the editor, but 1, 2, 3. Oh man. You know what? Okay, off the bat, what I'm worried about is so you have so 1, 2, 3 bases, easy, set in stone, right? Easy set in stone. What I'm worried about is you have 2 options for a fourth. You have this one here, and this one at the top. Okay. And again, it's kind of like it's kind of like what we talked about in the last map, but actually worse, in my opinion. Because if you take this as your fourth, like imagine you're a Protoss player and you take this as your fourth, and some dude just has like 5 tanks right here and just blowing up your shit. Again, not that it's not manageable, but it's very abusive, and in my opinion, it's easier for a Terran to abuse those sort of features on a map than it is for a Protoss or a Zerg, in my opinion. Okay. Up here, I feel like it's also kind of the same in the sense that like I could, as a Terran, again, I can put my tanks right here, and then if you're defending this base, I kind of block it off entirely, right? And it's pretty far. So if I were a good Terran, which I'm not, but if I were a good Terran, I'd leave like some tanks. I would do like a big push right here and hit this base. And because I know that this base and this base are so goddamn far apart from each other, that I'm running with bio in here like this, and then from here, go to the main or in the back of the main, whatever. So that beyond that though, I do think that it's pretty much fine. I think the hard part about balancing these kinds of maps with lots of terrain like this and lots of ramps is that it is pretty good for Terran in that regard because there's levels to the terrain. There's always going to be good tank spots as a byproduct, right? Like what I talked about right now. I can siege here, I can siege on this ramp here, or I siege down here, like down here as well. So that is the downside of having a map with so many ramps. Kind of like everywhere, right? Because there's a fuck ton of ramps on this map. So yeah, otherwise, big main again. We'll see in the editor how big it is, but it's probably not gonna be that big at all. And then yeah, it doesn't seem any other than those features. It doesn't seem like there's anything else wrong with it, right? Oh, let's just see how to wall this. Oh, that was another thing about that map. The fucking shit was huge. The shit was like impossible to wall. Fuck. Maybe I'll change it back to that. I don't know, man. Okay. Let's load it in. Let me exit this map. Okay. Did we download it? No, download. Okay, there we go. Loading it now. Okay. Hey, where'd it go? What the fuck? Hello? Sorry, guys. You guys are just seeing my OBS go fucking black every 3 seconds. Okay. Yeah, they can definitely blink up here too. Oh my god, man. I'm welding inside. Oh, my mineral line's gonna get so fucked. I can hear it. I can see everything. I'm like that meme with the little doggy having the Vietnam War flashbacks. This is me right now. Blink Stalker's in here. You can weld this. So the quick 3 bases. Easy, like I said, easy 3 bases. Yeah, this fort's is fucking far as hell. Holy shit. This one. God, it's so open to. Motion. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking. This fourth. I think this fourth is good if you're playing aggressive, right? Because you're attacking towards them. Oh man, even like a tank spot's like here, or even like right here. Like you start kind of running down this way. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. This map, honestly, this map seems like it'd be insane for Terran against Zerg, but then it would be really annoying against Protoss. Okay, so I'm gonna give this one a 2. In my opinion, the features are the addition of so many ramps and levels of terrain in my opinion, make it easier to, let's say, produce and promote lots of tank spots all around the map, which maybe wouldn't be as abusable on a larger map, but because it's a rush map, I do feel like it can be abused really early on. Okay, so there's that, and then this main is quite big, and there's an access point next to. Did I already exit from the? Yeah, because you can blink right. You can blink right here. You have to be able to, right? Okay. I gotta go back to see what they say about giving it upgrades. Okay.
Wait,
So
what
I'm
did you say?
gonna leave this, and then we're gonna restart it. Sorry, guys. I was reading the command sheet. I'm being carried right now by the map makers. Okay, we're going back in. Okay. If we can blink up there, it's still a 2. Oh, there's another one. Ah, my nightmare. This is nightmare fuel. This is nightmare fuel. Oh my fucking god, I would hate this map. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't hate. Like, it looks great, but like playing this map, I mean, against Protoss would fucking. I mean. Okay, what's the rush distance here? Natural to natural is 28 seconds. It's actually even closer than all the other maps. Oh, fuck that. I'm sorry. I can't. That's fucking nightmare fuel. Ah! Okay. For me, the big deal. I'm sorry, this screen's gonna go black again, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, look. The big deal for me here is that you could literally blink from up here to up here, and then just immediately kill my workers, and then just fucking leave in the same way that you came from. You know what I mean? Like on the other map, with the way the base is orientated, like you have to actually, you'd have to actually blink from like down here. You know, and then yeah, you have to make an effort. Really, you at least want them, I feel like, in my opinion, to make them work to get up into the main like that. Because the hard part then is if you concentrate all your defense on this side and build all your buildings on this side, you know, then it leaves this stuff exposed as well, which is kind of a big deal. And then if you build all your buildings here, you kind of want your buildings to act as a wall off when you're playing against 4-gate blink. You know, especially depending on the build you're doing. Okay, that's my spiel. This way to the main where you can immediately walk blink stalkers to hit the gas/mineral line. For me, I do think that there should be some more risk in these kinds of blinks. To the main. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. We're moving along. We're not covering. We're covering more ground this time around, I think. I don't know. Okay, so looking at this map here, we have Oh wait, let me read description. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, last time I was doing a really good job of doing that. Okay, acceleration zones help small armies get to the opponent quicker and surround siege units hiding behind the big pillars. To open the map up in the later game, two long rocks in the middle can be destroyed. Oh, these ones here. Okay, I see. What's the natural to natural is 30 seconds. That's crazy. Okay. In here. I know we're not judging for this, but the map looks cool. So you jump down here. Okay, that looks kind of big. That looks like Gresvin level right there. Third base. Ah, the fort is so far again. Man, that shit is far as hell. It's far, and then that's it. That's just far. That's it. Main's big again. We'll test some shit out right now. I think this base is cool actually. Like I don't know, the way it's positioned and stuff it reminds me of like Broodor. I don't know. I don't know if that makes any sense whatsoever. Okay. And that's actually cool because I think if you take these 4 bases, you're probably gonna take this as your 5th, and you expand towards your opponents, which since the map is a rush map, it actually promotes aggression, which I think is actually nice. Okay, it's my Starcraft 2 that's actually like ear banging me right now. Okay. Oh. Haha, I'm a professional now. Oh, this is so bad. Okay. So this one, it's not the same, but it's close to the last one. So in the last one, I think you were a little bit closer to this side, so it was a little bit easier to just come over here. This one, it's actually a really far walk, if you guys notice that, which I like. And hopefully I'm not hallucinating that detail, and I didn't rate that map. I'll have to double check to make sure that map is indeed the way I described it as. But yeah, so like here, sure, I blink up, okay, but then I have to walk pretty far this way to go defend. So it's easier because I can just build my buildings like this, and then put a tank right here. There'll be a lot of open space on this side, but I do think that you have to walk. You have to walk a bit more to get over here. It's basically what I'm saying. There's a far bigger commitment, and there's no point in which they can get out over here. Yeah. So it has to be this way. Same thing here, right? Yeah. They can blink up here, but they gotta walk all the way up here. And then hit around. So that's nice. Alright. Otherwise, I mean... Dude, that's actually really far. Holy shit. I don't know. I know it's a rush map, but like that... Honestly, I forgot that was an ability. I just thought about it right now. Like, wow, that would be cool if that was an ability. Oh, there's one for infinite minerals as well. Let me see. There you go. Holy, the bases are so far apart. They don't even touch each other. That's crazy. I'm just trying to envision all the scenarios in my head of like, I'm literally. Oh yes. I'm trying to envision all the scenarios in my head because this base is like all these 4th bases are so far. It's not like it's because I'm trying to rationalize it, right? It's a rush map. So if it's a rush map, you know, who says you need to have a fairly accessible 4th, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like, well, rush map also doesn't have to mean that you can't take a 4th or that the 4th has to be like such a pain in the ass to defend, right? It could just mean that, you know, 4 bases and then make the 5th the one that's hard to take, and then that makes sense. I feel like. Or at least that's what we're traditionally used to. Okay, yeah, so this is a Gresman wall. You have to double eBay wall. This is a Terran, which doesn't always feel great, I think, because you don't want to lose your upgrades. Mejora del centro de mando finalizada. You know what? That's actually really nice. Sorry, guys. I'm thinking. That's amazing. So this base is easier to wall, right? Tanks, 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 tanks. 5th. Juego en pausa. Okay, we're gonna give this one. I think it can be used competitively. I'm gonna give it a 3 for 2 reasons. Number 1, the main, and number 2, the 4th. So, the main. So in this map, it could be used competitively, but it's kind of okay. On this map, the main, and there's no like. It's easy to turtle on the tanks, but there's no easy way to abuse them. Taking a look at it here. Juego reanudado. Right. Because there's less ramps, there's less levels of terrain. It's harder to abuse. Like I can't fully. Maybe if I siege here, I could lock this down. But that's about it. And then I feel like this forward base should have a disadvantage of being able to get hit from the side here like this. Yeah. Okay. Juego en pausa. Let me leave that. On this map, the main base. Link access point to the main is actually pretty good because it forces players to, or not pretty good. How do I say? Like, sorry. I honestly, all this shit in my head, like, I was being dumb. I was confusing it. So the fact that when you blink to the main, you have to commit more to the mineral line is a good thing. That's what I was trying to say. So I like this map because it's easier, or it's harder to blink into the main. Holy shit! The Starcraft sound is bugging me. Okay. I like this map because it's harder to blink into the main and approach the mineral line without taking a much bigger risk. Which helps balance out how strong 4K blink can be on this map. Because the main is already large, you know. What else? Despite the 4th base feeling quite far, the 3rd base is a bit easier to defend because there's 2 chokes that can be walled with 3 depots, which helps make it easier to defend both bases, despite distance between them. Okay. Also, didn't find any super toxic tank spots. Okay. Next is Underworld. Let's go Underworld. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maps in, and apparently there's 108 maps, which means I have 100 maps to go. Let's go. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? This looks exactly like Abyssal Reef. That's probably what they're gonna say in the description. This map features 18 bases total. It has 5 bases on the edges of the map in linear expansion and 4 forward bases per player. It has rich mineral and rich gas base. The reason for this is because the base is an off-centered middle of the map and kind of makes the base a crossroad of multiple attack routes that take place there. The reason why this map is submitted to rush category, even though it has absurd amounts of bases, even for a macro map, is because it has such offensive setup for engages, which makes timings deadly, and most of those bases are placed forward into the map, making threat of not having map pressure very real. And there's 16 plus 2 rich gold and gas bases. Okay, what the fuck? All right, so natural to natural, 29 seconds. Dang, the map looks huge. Okay, so it's kind of hard to see, but there's a base here. There's a base here. Here as well. Down there. And they're all forward facing. Huh. That's pretty interesting. Okay. I want to load this into the editor already. Give me the map. Okay, we're going in. And this is like the shorter category too, because look at macro. Fucking hell. Standard as well. Freestyle is much shorter, but oh boy. Okay. I got some work to put in, boys. Oh, I like the Zalnaga tower placement. This loads into the game. Load. Okay, so I didn't want to say though there'll be some pauses or like some gaps in the recordings. It's basically me like either taking a break or doing something else I have to do. In the meantime, because obviously I can't sit here for 8 hours straight, but I'll be basically doing this for 8 hours today. So if you like find it weird that I was talking about something and then like 2 seconds later I'm talking about something else, or it's kind of like starting off again, that's probably meant that I paused it and I took a break. So, or maybe I'll just announce that I'm taking a break. So after this map, I'm going to take a small break, or not a small break. I'm going to take a break because I need to coach someone, and then I'll resume the recording, and then I'll get to the grinding. So, here, let's have some sound. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 bases here. Okay, this is a little accessible, but that's fine. I think if you put like a water mine here, maybe a little wall. I think the forward bases are not bad, and I actually would go as far as to say like, actually I don't know. Fuck. Okay, so this spot in the middle seems pretty deadly. Right, like if you get in between here, not only do you have access to the natural, but you could also hit the fuck out of this base here, which would be your fourth, right? It's the same with this base. Well, with this base, it's just from back here, and actually they could also approach your natural. So really, what kind of sucks is, and something that I like on other maps with forward bases, is that they have some sort of like space to the side, or maybe even like some cushion between the mineral patches and the terrain, where you can like siege 2 tanks behind or something like that, or put like a photon cannon or something like that. Like, I think that would be cool to help at least defend this back part punt like stuff here. You know what I mean? Like it's not that you don't. It's not that you want to nullify new play, right? Like positioning here and hitting this base is cool, but I also think that you should have a bit more counterplay, even in a scenario where you are here and your opponent's here. You want to have at least some sort of counterplay potential. Otherwise, it kind of just like whoever gets there first is just winning the game because they're kind of just killing all your shit, all your money. Um, so that way people have more incentive to take these bases. Because right now, looking at it, if I had all these, if I was on this map, I would just take this base. That's my fourth. It's far, sure, but like, I'm not really worried about something hitting me from the, behind my mineral line. And here, this is what I mean. You see how there's like some space here. You could definitely put like a siege tank there or something like that. So that's what I'm kind of saying. Like, it's kind of tough, and I think again, I think Terran and Protoss will have a way easier time abusing this than Zerg would. I think Zerg would either have to have lurkers or would have lurkers or infestors, I guess, and that's kind of it, right? And those are kind of later tech units, so it's not even something that they could abuse right away. And yeah, the map is wide, but there's also whatchamacallit, like the distance between the bases is, if you go just straight down, is actually not that far because it's a rush map. And yeah, I think you need to have at least one more of these bases, like one of these two bases, easier to defend, like this base, right? Because now what happens, like this base is far as hell, and because the map is wider, like I have access point here, and this is kind of choked up a little bit, right? There's not that much of a wide distance as there is out here. So, and even here as well. So being really annoying here and trading well against Zerg seems pretty good. But then I could also see if Zerg just defends everything or the Terran doesn't abuse this terrain, and then they just take these bases. And they have like immediately 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. But like I said, I would just 3-base all in probably. I would just go 1, 2, 3, 3-base all in. And then, yeah, whoever's trying to take a fourth, they ain't taking it no more. I'm hitting those tank lines. Okay, so for this one, you know what? The main's not too big at all, which I like. This looks like yeah, another eBay wall kind of map. And I think that's really it. That's my only issues, with it. Unfortunately, I do feel like those are kind of big issues. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. If I take this as my fourth, this is my fifth. Or you would take 5 bases really fast, or you could, because if you take this as your third, it's the same. Like against Zerg, I could take this as my third because it's in the front, and I could go straight down here and then just move down the middle every game. You know what I mean? But I feel like the other races, or in TVT, you wouldn't want to do this though, because then I'm just gonna put my tanks back here. But that could be very difficult for Zerg to deal with as well.
Juego en pausa.
So I think I'm gonna give it a 3. 3 or 2. I'm trying to debate whether that you could actually use that competitively. Okay, I have to coach someone now. I'm running out of time. I'm gonna dwell on the idea and then I'll be back to it. So there's gonna be a pause here now, and then we'll be resuming. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. We're back. Let's continue. We got a lot to go. First, we got ecosystem. Okay, ecosystem. Eliminate all threats to this closed ecosystem. While expansions are fairly close by, they also become considerably closer to your opponent. Fuck. Breaking down the rocks enables you to more easily flank and creates a direct path to the opposition. Features 12 standard bases. Straightforward side pass is a snaking central path that becomes more direct upon the destruction of debris. Oh, this fucking looks interesting. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3. Again, fucking gigantic main base. It's just meta right now. Okay, so good blinking here. Nice open space. Natural. Oh, it's like high definition. Natural looks good. I mean, that's like this seems like another eBay or Depot double eBay wall off. This tank spot is kind of interesting because I don't think you can hit the minerals there. We'll probably check it on the editor, but it seems like you can't, which is cool. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I like this. There's literally like nothing wrong with it. Huh. You see? So the fourth is a little far, right? But that's it. Okay. All right, so there's your main. Again, like you can see how even if they blink up here, they have to travel all the way over here to hit your mineral line. We talked about that being a nice feature, so that's good. Yeah, this is too far away. You could hit some buildings here, but you can't actually hit the mineral line. That's a pretty big wall, but it's not terrible. It's actually just check. So it should be like I know it won't be like perfect on the editor, but you can more or less get it. I'm sure you could wall this and it would be closer. So it's a pretty big wall, I think, for the most part, though. I'm sure you could wall it from here, going down like this. So I'm sure it's just the editor being kind of weird. Yeah, 3 base. This is pretty open. This is pretty open. I mean, I could see it like being a little bit annoying. You have to definitely have a good amount of vision, but the fourth base is really close. So fourth, that's pretty close. So first, natural, third, fourth. Nothing seems really abusive, right? This is a little bit open, but again, you could just depot bunker here. And then your fifth, it's a rush map, so the fifth is always going to be the hardest to take, and that's fine. Yeah, I mean, what's the distance from natural to natural? 30 seconds. Okay, that's not bad because if it were like really fast, that would be a bit of a problem. Just because I could break these rocks with my marines and then kind of just go across the map and hit it here. So that's probably like one thing you'd have to worry about. But like again, there's a lot of open pathways. So even if you're playing as a Zerg player and you're bricking them like that, like they have so many, they can break these rocks and come from here, from here. Yeah, there's actually like nothing wrong with this map. This map is completely like this is a very standard rush map. Yeah, you guys have some decent airspace, and you can see it's clearly defined by this here. A little smooch, but you want to have those kinds of places where you can actually hit the medevac drops. Fine, I'll allow it. I mean, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. I don't know. I like it. I like it. All right, well, that's I keep opening this, close that. I'm like releasing my own information, smooch. Okay, I give that one a 5. I don't know. This. Oh, I didn't write a description for Underworld. I'll have to come back to it, but we'll keep it moving here. Okay, ecosystem. So, yeah, I mean, super standard or seems super standard. Didn't find anything that could be abused or abusive for any matchup. No, that's it. Like I have nothing else to say about that one. All right. So next we have Mansion Park. That's a cool name. Whoa, and a cool looking map. Wow. That looks really cool actually. Holy shit. Wow. I know we're not rating for aesthetics, but again, like this looks amazing. Okay. The map is Winter weather-based and has 14 bases in total, including main bases too. Okay, so 12 bases, 12 other bases you can take. If the ice rocks at the center are destroyed, the rush distance will be reduced severely, making it a straight path from natural base to natural base. There are line of sight blockers in a lot of places. There's a lot of room for army rotation, and it's wide enough to make huge fights happen. Also, there are rocks at the ramps of the linear third base to help the player in the early game to secure the base. Because line of sight blockers are all over the map itself is good for all different kind of cheeses, which you can hide between the line of sight blockers, and the opponent needs to. Ice rocks at the center, ice rocks at the ramps of the linear third base, 12 and 6 o'clock at the corners of the map have alternative paths. Okay. So, again, do these. What? Oh, somebody explain. What's the. Is a large main just meta now? Like, I'm not hating. I'm just like wondering. Like, is this what is this like map making meta right now? Maybe you guys can answer that for me. I mean, yeah, this is like. So you can actually see here again. Main is huge, but there's no great blinking spot. It is a little bit annoying that you can blink and then kind of hide over here, but then it makes it harder to get out. So if Terran positions your tanks properly, it's fine. In my opinion, at least. Okay, so main base natural. Again, no abusive spot down here. Thirds over here. So I think the hardest part about this is how there's so many ramps leading to the third base, right? So there's a ramp here, there's a ramp here, and there's a ramp here. And that kind of sucks, I think, if you're getting... I think that sucks if you're a Zerg. Right? Because you basically, if you take this third, I could 2-base here, or I could set up like right here, and then every time I attack you from whichever direction from here, you have to go up a ramp, which is pretty gnarly for a Zerg player, I think, at any stage of the game. So, but especially in the early game. So I could see Terran being really dominating early on if Zerg takes this third. Of course, Zerg could always take this third base, this linear third base here. But I do think that kind of sucks because even if they were to take this as a fourth, you run into the same issue of like you have to go up a ramp, right? If there were a way, I think maybe to have less ramps leading into this base, I think it'd be a lot more, I guess, balanced because, yeah, I gotta be honest. Like if I'm a Zerg player and I take this base, I'm gonna fucking die, right? Tanks right here because it's not even necessary that you have to hit the base with the tanks. All you need to do is be in a nice spot. Like an anchor point. Think about like an anchor point, like a little outpost. Like I have a little outpost, like 3 tanks, and then I send a few Marines down the ramp, and then I start hitting the hatchery, and then every time they try to approach me, I run back up the ramp. It's actually the same against Protoss as well. So I can see this being extremely annoying and frustrating to deal with. Rocks in the middle, gas here. I think that's it. Really. Is this third? We'll load it into that. Let's load it in the editor real quick. I think that's, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm guessing these are the line of sight blockers here and here. Give us the map. Oh, is it not working? Shit. Or did I not open it? Oh, I didn't open it. There you go. Okay. Yeah. This is fucked. Like, look at this. The deer is sitting duck. I can almost see it. And this one would be kind of hard too because of this. You have to make sure you break these pretty fast. Or even like here. I think beyond that it's okay. Maybe the other thing is like breaking one of these rocks and then just parading to down the middle. But that's just the nature of maps that are. God damn it! I just keep doxing information. I need to stop. Maybe I'll cut that out. I don't know. Okay, and then yeah. So this is pretty crazy. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, well, let's see. I do feel like it could be used competitively, but it does have concerns. So I'll put that. Like, uh, no, that base is pretty bad. I feel like no, I can't. I gotta be honest here. I think my Terran bias is coming out. Okay. Wanted to get this map a 3. No, I don't want to say that because that sounds fucked up. Like, yeah, I was gonna give it a better score, but you did this. Okay, I'll just. Okay. Problem with this map is that triangular expansion has too many ramps leading into it from all sides. I think this really makes it tough for P or Z when it comes to Terran pushes. Terrans love fighting on ramps or above ramps. So being able to siege a base like that from multiple angles is really tough. That and the linear third also has some tough terrain. For example, the rocks or the ramp leading from the natural into the third to that base. Yeah. Yeah. Because that base, like that fourth base, is just impossible to take. I mean, even if you took it as a fourth base, it's just gonna be so hard to defend and protect. Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Whereas I feel that a Terran wouldn't have the same struggles necessarily because because the other races don't have like such a strong sieging unit that they can get very fast. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me make sure that these are all the right bases. Getting these, yep, are all the right maps. Okay, so we got Shall Train. I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering that. Okay. Main. Okay, dude, what the fuck? Oh, sorry, the main's fucking human. One of 11 islands forming a chain of expanded territories in the sector. The main is scalable form. Wait, the main is scalable from 2 small cliffs on the outside. Avenues of attack are relatively close, but more distal routes. Whoa, we're using some fucking big words, man. I'm too dumb for this. Can provide better attacks. Expansions are limited and encourage aggression. Okay. I don't know. That's just fucking huge. What the fuck? We gotta have to load this one into the game. Now, you're not reasonably expected to load like every single map in the game, just because obviously there's 100. I think there's 108 maps, and it's just like that would be so many maps. So I'm sorry if I also don't load your map into the editor. This one I really have to see though. Okay, yeah, that's pretty big. That's fucking. I don't know if it just looks bigger than it like. The other map was also kind of big, but I think it wasn't as wide. It was kind of like longer, if that makes sense. This one just seems like it's wider, like from here to here. You could I could fucking lift a factory and hide it like right here. And you would need like 2 depots for vision actually. That's crazy. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm looking at the other stuff. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wall this off. 4. It's a little farther out, but not too far. So quick 4 bases. That's good for. Quick 4 bases are always good for Terran and Protoss. I feel like quick and defendable 4 bases. And then you can take this as your 5th. Now, wide open 5th always sucks. This map reminds me of another map from an old map pool, but I can't remember what it's called. It's not New Repugnancy. It's another map. Oh, I can't remember. It looks kind of like this. And there's also a forward base. It's not the one from that mech clip. I know what you guys are thinking about. It's another green one. It's not the one where TY is like Munka-esque because he lost all his tanks to Archons. You can also take this as your 5th. Man, these wide open areas. Okay, so a big thing here is the wide open spaces in the current meta make it really hard, I think, for TVZ. Like, this is a Zerg's wet dream, if I'm being honest with you. Army here, army here, army here, army over here, and it just A move down the middle. Like that. This reminds me of what's that map called? It was Curious Minds, I think. Yeah. You see how this base is super open like this? I remember playing this map and I hated it because basically Zerg could A-click your base from this side and then with Banelings, right? And because it's so far from this base and this base so open, you could have like Lings here. You could break these rocks and then come through here and you could just run it down mid and like absolutely fuck up everything. And you as a Terran, you had to like put all your buildings like to make even like a remotely a wall, you'd have to build like fucking barracks right here in the middle, like command centers and shit. Like it was just really rough to play on this map, I remember. So I think that in combination with that plus this huge ass main, which I feel like is just unnecessarily large. That's it. I don't even think like if you 4K blinked, I'm not even gonna lie, you could make a whole ass city like in here. Like I could build a fucking command center and just start. U-thermal is gonna pop off if this map makes it to the map pool. Proxy planetary right there. Yeah. Okay. So Curious Minds you could have used competitively, but it did have its issues. So the scoring guideline says this map has issues, but could be used competitively. Could it be used competitively? Yes, but I do think that that's a fucking like that is really tough. That fifth base, right? Because at least it's not the Curious Minds is the first 3, right? Bases, but at least that's until the 5th base. But I think, and it's a rush map, right? So maybe it wouldn't even make it to 5 bases in general, but yeah. Okay, so it gets a 3, but I do think that open 5th base and the main being unnecessarily large are kind of a thing. So, 2 issues with this map. The main base is just unnecessarily large. Like, there's no autocorrect. I'll just basic English. Let's go because I can't spell. 2 issues with this map. The main base is just too large. Seems a bit excessive, and you actually have to build 2 corner depots to be able to see the entire base. I feel like this makes Doom. Yeah, it makes Doom drops and big Blinkolins a bit better. It makes Doom drops and big Blinkolins pretty good. Good on this map. Also need like an insane turret ring. The other thing is the 5th base. In my opinion, is insanely open. Curious Minds had a similar issue where that frontal base It's too exposed, and it makes it insanely hard to defend versus Zerg. Because they benefit the most from having a wide open terrain. Yeah. Okay. Next we have Deliverance. Okay. Otherwise, that map you could. Oh, what the fuck? Whoa, what the fuck? Jesus. Deliverance is at the precise size to allow for good games while also being small enough to be a rush map. 12 bases plus 1 gold. 29 second natural to natural. Oh my god, man, I gotta hurry. I'm gonna be here for years. Wax is gonna be mad at me. Okay, well, main, natural, quick 4 bases. So you could wall this, you could wall this. Actually, yeah, you could. 2, 3, 4. Distance is pretty big. Let's just load it into the editor. I can see better. Okay, go down here. Lots of stuff going on here. Fit. So there's like a lot of shit in the middle, but there's like no bases, right? Right, because this is probably take this as your 5th because you want to expand away from your opponent. Oh, and these are not equal bases. This is his own unique, cool little base, and so is this one. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at the terrain because the terrain is pretty insane. So and you have a gold base here. I actually like the addition of the gold base, by the way, because it adds a little something extra to fight over, and it's not easy to take. I like how this is balanced out. That's crazy. Okay, off the bat, we're always talking about this. We're talking about ramps. Okay, ramps always make good. A map with a lot of ramps always makes it nice for terrain because it creates a lot of ledges and terrain abuse. Okay, dude, that mean is fucking huge again. Jesus. Any fucking depot here and a depot over here and a depot over here. God damn. Okay. Control. Does anyone know what these things are, by the way? Okay. I can't. I gotta load into the game. Fuck. I can't tell. I don't know what that means. Hopefully it doesn't fuck up my judging, though. Okay. So, depot, 2 E-base. Oh, man, these bases are hella far. Open here, open here. It's not open over here. This seems like a nightmare for Protoss, if I'm being honest. I don't see the Protoss judges being happy with these maps. There's a lot of space to cover, right? Like here and here, and then here and here. The bases are pretty far apart. I mean, normally you would take this as your 3rd, bunker depots, right? And then you gotta take this one as your 4th, tower. I don't know, what is it? What's the other one? Fuck. Okay, I was right about that. Ah, I forgot. I don't have. Fuck! Alright. It's fine. Let's see. Sensor tower here. It's just going slower, right? Did I slow it down? Damn, there is so much space here as well. Tanks could be nice here. You know what's funny enough? I actually don't feel like. I feel like once you get to the actual bases, the tanks are not very like easy to abuse. Most of this, I think just this is a bit abusable, but that's it. There's actually not that many abusable tank spots, even here. So that's fine. The middle of the map stuff is always fine. There's never. Holy shit, Jesus fuck. Yeah, I mean, if this base is like slightly closer, I think it's a little bit better. One, two, three. I think that's kind of it. Yeah, main's really big though. It's not as big as the last one, I think, though. Definitely need a lot of vision, though. Airspace. Oh, there's like really no airspace. Holy shit. Yeah, you can't hide here. Not even a little bit on the way? Anything? Yeah, there's like nothing. Like, I'm fucking dead the whole time here and here. Oh, I don't like that. That kind of sucks. Yeah, that's like really bad. Okay, we're gonna do 3. All right. So here, two issues again. Third and fourth, or distance between third and fourth is a bit too much. Going to make it really hard for anyone to be able to defend, especially honestly, especially in my opinion, for Toss and Terran. And then the other one was very limited on airspace. I think adding at least one spot between the main, at least one spot. We want like, there's one spot here, but you can't hide here. You can't hide here. You can't hide here. You can't hide anywhere here until you get to this point, which is the natural. And on the side of the main, I mean, really, there's no point in dropping the main because as soon as you hit here, you have to still boost all through this to even get to the mineral line, which is like pretty nuts. And then same thing here. You can't really hide anything here. Maybe there? Let me check my notes here for the instructions. I really should have just saved this. I don't know why I didn't. I'm looking for it, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, fast build. Hey, that doesn't work. Why is it so slow? I know what I did. It's something in the actual editor, I think. I think it's here. File. Preferences. General. Okay, never mind. I don't understand then. I must have hit something. Fuck. I can't build a stalker. Stalker Marines have a range of 5. What's the Stalker range? Eight. Range 6. A Stalker can hit that, but they can't hit this, I think. Aha! That's gonna take forever to get there. Okay, now we wait. Okay, in the meantime, while we wait, let's take a look. Let's finish that. I think adding this one spot for. I think adding 1 or 2 more spots on each side for the medevac to at least park at would be a good change. Okay. Winter rooftops. Winter rooftop. No! Oh! Oh, yeah. Jesus. How? Cursed. Okay, never mind. That didn't work. Okay. So we need another spot. There's no spots there. Okay. Winter rooftops. Is a 4-level rush category map with a vertical symmetry. The map was created in order to diversify the symmetry of rush category maps and add something new in layouts and gameplay. That's interesting. So that's not enough to warrant it a freestyle edition? Okay. So main smaller this time around. There's that cliff. Natural. God damn, the fucking third is in Narnia. Okay. So that's a ramp, that's a ramp. So again, I feel like Altitude did a good job of like, even though having a bunch of different like levels of terrain, the bases themselves weren't actually at risk of being like completely abused, right, by so much terrain. So I think Altitude does a really good job of that. Hello? Oh wait, I loaded it here. Okay. So that's a ramp. So ideally you're doing what? 1, 2, 3. Slow zone, which actually this is nice because even though these are, like, you see how open this base is? The slow zones make it easier to defend. This is a really nice addition, I have to be honest. I think this is a cool way of balancing that out. You could even, like, maybe just do 1 here, actually. Or maybe just this one. Something like that. It would probably also be good. 2 might be a bit much, but... Oh, but I guess this is... Wait, are these... These are slow zones, right? I'm not hallucinating that detail. Yeah, okay. Oh, there's extra thing that I didn't read. Slow zones, inhibitors, zone generators were integrated to highlight the main path and to help decrease the over-presence of creepling bane at such short distance map. At the same time, it can be used as defensive positions. Due to the specifics of the Starcraft engine, it must be mentioned that if you click or place a rally point somewhere at the opponent's main base, all units follow through the slow zones, low ground, so you need to pay attention to it. Oh, okay. Interesting. Fuck! But at the same time, it can... so you need to pay attention to it. It was made on purpose as a penalty against a move. Interesting. Gold bases were added or for risky players and extensive gameplay that might happen sometimes on smaller maps like that. Why not? Let's make it more risky entertainment. Rocks were integrated as a small portion of the defensive part to protect third bases. Overall, the map is very compact, precise, and a way to play. Okay. All right, Mr. Map Maker or Mrs. Map Maker. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The fourth is fucking far though. You gotta go down and up again. See, so now this base is a bit more open. Here, here, and here. But I feel like, why wouldn't you just try to take the gold? But this map is trippy. This map is very trippy. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that. I'm so stupid. I apologize. I didn't even know. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so if you take this third. Oh. I missed like literally the most important detail of this map. I'm so sorry to the map maker. So even if you took this base, even though this base is kind of farther out and even harder to defend on in terms of a 4-base format, it's also the farthest. So you have to go like all the way around this way to get there. You do have the acceleration zones though. Oh, this map is cool. And if you go this way and around the slow zones, you can get to the other side pretty quickly. So natural to natural is 28 seconds. Wow. Oh, wait, that's winter rooftops. Wait. That's the one we're doing right now, right? Okay, yes. Just want to make sure. Oh, shit. Okay. Terrain-wise, yep, no, I don't see any, like, super toxic tank positions. Maybe there? Is that actually a thing? No, wait, right? Yeah, it can't. It's not. Wait, is it? Okay, let me go into the game real quick. Wow, this map is really cool. I gotta be honest. And it doesn't seem busted. The gold base positioning here is beautiful. I could see me getting angry with someone taking that against me. This one's cool too. You know, people want different maps, right? That's the big thing that the community wants different maps, but that still fit the category, obviously. Like, this is it. Okay, it's faster now. Oh, I am Iron Man. Fucking build my shit, bitch. Oh, it's fucking... It's, like, huge, but, like... But technically, it's a rush map because... Boom, boom. Oh, yeah, let's see if we can build a tank over here. Sorry, this sounds weird as hell with no... What? So I have to build the actual geysers? I thought it didn't cost money. Oh, I didn't do the free. There you go.
Anexo finalizado.
Okay, you can't. Okay, that's good. I just want to make sure. Okay. Okay. All right. I like it. I don't think there's anything crazy with it. It's different, but it's not terrible. And there's actually not that many bases. 1, 2, 3. The fourth base looks farther in the editor. It's actually not that far. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is really big though. I think a nice thing would be to make this gap here a little bit smaller. Just because this is already a bit open, and this is already pretty open from here, and here. All right, you got a full-size ramp here. This you can wall off, I guess, but I think making this, there's what, like 4 barracks to wall this off, nearly, is a pretty good amount. But maybe that, yeah, I think, can you drop there? No, it's just a slow zone for the air space. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys would not let that happen.
Mejora del centro de mando finalizada.
Okay. I think I would like to see this maybe a little bit smaller. But otherwise... you know what? I think, nah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I got nothing to say about it. To be honest, I got no qualms. I got nothing. Like at most, it was gonna be
Mejora del
this,
centro
but
de
that's it.
mando finalizada.
Mean's not too big. Shout out to the lack of huge mean. I think this feature is really sick. All right, I'm giving it a 5. I literally don't even know what to say. At most, maybe you can make the pathway in front of the main slightly smaller. The path, the open space in front of the natural wall. Otherwise, really cool. Features and balancing of said features. And yeah, that's it. I found nothing abusable. That map's really cool. I think that's sick. All right, Ultra Love. Oh my god, man. How long have I been recording? 40 minutes. I'm fucking taking forever. We started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3. I'm just gonna pretend it's okay. All right, Ultra Love, Ultra Love, Ultra Love. So down here to the main, big main again. 1, 2, 3, 4 bases. Lots of ramps in the middle. This path is pretty much, you can block that off there. Okay. So collapsible rocks here. Collapsible rocks. This makes it easier to defend. Fifth base is also fairly accessible. It's gonna be a little bit annoying again. So kind of the same thing that we talked about in that other map, where that third base was just like it had like 3 ramps leading into it. This is kind of the same. A lot of ramps leading into this base, which I feel like make it very tough for the other races to take. But the ramps are also not too close to the base. So if you notice here, the base is a little bit farther tucked in. So if you held this position, it's still abusable, but it's not. I think it's not nearly as bad as the other map. Let's see what the Ultra Love is. A 2-player rush map that utilizes complex attack paths to create interesting choices for the attacker and defender. Rock towers that block off important attack paths. Okay, that's the one we saw. Bridges in the center that restrict movement on the fastest path across the map. Breaking rocks can open up new attack angles or make new flank paths. The Zelanaga Tower sees the ramp in the middle of the map and additionally scouts flanks. The Overlord Pillar at the natural doesn't automatically scout any important information, but it still provides a place for the Overlord to hide. Okay. There is dead airspace for drops and prisms to hide in behind the main, in between the natural and the thirds. Okay, that's fine. Oh, shit. That's fine. But you also don't want like an excessive amount of airspace. We gotta find a balance, you know? Load, 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 load. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, smaller ramp. 3, break the rocks. Nice, I like that. And then I'll break these ones. A little bit of a wall here for the Baneling run bys. 4. Open area here. Oh, that's really cool, by the way. That looks cool. Oh, yeah, these bridges do restrict movement. So Zerg players will probably break this rock up. So it's nice because it's not too close to the third. Like, if they break this stuff up and create space, they can still surround you here because it can come through here, and through here. So I think really the toughest thing on this map is going to be just this base. If to take this base, you can maybe set up tanks here. Oh, you can actually hit it. Never mind. It looks deeper in the picture, but on the editor, yeah, if you put tanks right here, you could definitely hit this. So that's probably the only thing wrong with the map. Yeah, I think that's the only thing wrong with the map. That's one concern, but does that really warrant a 3? I think I just give it a 4. The tower is a nice feature as well. Rocks. Space is open too, but that's like your 6th space, so that makes sense, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 6th, or this is your 6th. At that point, you can't really ask for easily defendable base. Okay, so I give this one a 4. You know, my only thing with this map is that the the fifth base that hugs the main is a little too close to that ramp, and it seems like it'll be pretty tough to take slash defend if enemy can siege their tanks right there. Yeah, this is something that mostly. All right, this is something that basically just applies to TVX matchup, right? Okay. Okay. Next we have the fifth front line. For some reason, I thought I read filth. And I was like, what? Okay. Main natural. Okay, main natural third. Two. 3, 4. And this looks really open. Right here, it's open. You can break this. Here, it's open. Here, it's open. It looks kind of gnarly. Okay. While the original layout standard, fifth front line is specifically designed for aggressive playstyle and with slightly less amount of 12 bases placed on it. And players can choose to shorten a tight distance by clearing long rocks. Distinctive features: 6 bases are slightly farther placed for any possible proxy bases to mine secretly. On a high ground position, it's easier to defend. Map center designed with crossroads. Line side blockers are. Okay. Okay, so pretty big main again, right? Pretty big main. Troll, can wall that off. Okay, here's your third. God damn, it's fucking open here. You know what would be good on this map? I feel like a 1-1 roach will win. Like, could you imagine as a Terran trying to defend this base from 1-1 roach, and they break these rocks and they just like roaches here, and it just a move down the middle? Oh, that would be a doozy. Yeah, actually, holy shit. 2 base Solin could also be good on this map for Terran, I think, because of this. Well, yeah, right here even. 2 libs maybe. But maybe not as good because yeah, Zerg can wrap around this way and defend. It's really far away. Also extremely open here too. As a Terran, I don't know how I feel about this map. Okay, let's load it in the game. I just want to see the fifth or the fourth. Sorry. Oh, I'm hungry. Dude, that's sick. That is so cool. whoever made this map, that's actually an insanely cool feature. That's awesome. It's like looking at another planet, right? That's so cool, dude. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Shout out you, whoever this is. That's awesome. That's a sick detail. Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's kind of trippy to look at. Whee! Okay. 1. Okay, 3. Zerg could take this as their third. And take this as a fourth. But like Terran, you want to take this as your third as much as you can. I feel like this is only a problem in TVZ. Oh, what about Protoss too? I feel like Protoss get absolutely shafted here, right? Like, look how open this is. Even like a TVP, like having this wide ass space is really nice. And just make a giant concave already off the bat before I attack into you. I don't think that it can't be used competitively, but I do think it has issues. Nothing like super busted clearly, right? But I do think it has some issues, which is mostly pertaining to the base layout. Everything else seems fine. It's a really cool design, by the way. Okay, so for me, oh fuck, I'm gonna hear these fuckers mine. Okay, so this is a 3. Honestly, it's just uh, my issue with this map is just the base layout. That third base, that triangular third base seems extremely open, which will make 1-1 Roach Olins and TVZ really strong, but also it'll make TVP tougher for toss because of the wide open space. So Terran can break the rocks and make a huge concave on the base, which makes it insanely hard to defend. Yeah, that's going to be it. Okay. Next we have Mizzled in Muzzle. Interesting. Okay. There are 12 blue bases in total plus 2 gold bases in the middle of the map. The stone bridge provided quick pass for early attack, but this narrow passage is not conclusive to the passage of large groups. The falling stone can be used in defense. The small lake and wait, the falling stone. Conducive to the passage of large groups. The small lake in the middle of the map means that air units will also have more of an advantage. Also, they will decide who will mine the gold more confidently. Okay. Well, what the fuck did I just do? Whoa! This is a sick view. Also, this map looks really cool as well. So, you guys are making some really beautiful looking maps. Seriously, it's amazing. Okay, so I see now. Liberator here would be absolutely annoying. Pew. Okay. God damn, it's so big. Look at this. This is fucking huge. Okay, so maybe this back part is unnecessarily huge, but I suppose nothing really comes of it. All right. So I can tell you right now, this seems like it's kind of the same issue with that last map we just watched. Like, this seems like an insanely open space. This is like a Warcraft 3 map. Okay, I want to download. Thank you. Open. Okay, here you go. Okay. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay, so you can break these rocks, which help defend. So 1, 2, 3. Fourth base got to be this one, but it seems like insanely far away again. Although it's insanely far, but easier to defend. So I like the balancing of that. And the gold base feature here is pretty cool, I will admit. Okay, let's load it into the game. And then I think I'm going to, after I finish this, I think I'm going to take another break. Okay, natural. Even like the distance from like your main to your natural is fucking large, like because of the size of the map. Or because of the size of the main. I do feel like this main is also unnecessarily large, like I can't even see this. Okay. Okay, the fourth is not that far. This is actually not that far from your natural. It is far as fuck from your third, though. Oh, man, this is really open. That gold base is really close, too. I almost wonder if it's just better to just, like, literally go from your natural to the gold. It's a pretty interesting bridge. So I'm trying to see. Yeah, like how many units fit here. It seemed like it was about this wide. It was only 3 Marauders wide. What a cool feature, though. Of course, you could always go around it. You can also wall it off. I do like the design. I think it's very interesting, but I do think that this base is just way too exposed. And the third from the fourth is pretty far. I almost think it like I almost think it's just better for you to expand this way. 1, 2, 3 linear. And then especially like for Protoss, I think this map would be better for Protoss to expand this way. But then the fourth, she's like it'll be tough to take. I mean, quick 3 bases from Zerg, linear, and then Rochel in this base. Go because the thing is, as a Terran, like at least in TVT, you want to take the triangular bases because if you take the triangular bases, taking this base eliminates this space, so they can only drop you from like here, right? Can you actually go up that? What the fuck? No shot. This map is really cool, by the way. This map in the last map. Um, pa, 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 pa. I'm trying to think of anything else wrong with the map. I think that's it. I just feel like all this terrain is so big. It's like very wide and open. Oh, you can't go up there. What if I build like a medevac? No. What the fuck? I don't think that's supposed to happen. That's the only thing you can build. Maybe a turret? Yeah. Interesting. Wait, can you also do that over here then? No. You can't. Also, I was like, where are they? Oh, upgrades added, but I don't have Liberator range. Oh, they said that I had to do that one manually or something.
Mejora finalizada.
I don't think you can abuse lib range here. I just want to make sure that you can. That's it. I know that's something that they can fix anyway, but it's at least worth noting. Okay, so there's one spot here. Specifically one stalker. Or, okay, no. Okay, that's fair. And you can see up here, right? Okay. All right, I think.
Juego en pausa.
Fuck. It's so hard. I'm trying to debate. I'm debating with myself. I mean, there's nothing busted with it, but I do think that like some of the features are a bit unnecessary. Like the third base being super open is just gonna promote like 1/1 roach. Well, or any Olins really, right? Which forces players. So then, if they want, like Protoss is gonna expand linear always. I don't see why they would take that base. It would be like really hard for them, I think. Okay. I don't know what notes to write for that one. I'm gonna have to come back to it. Can I like? I'm gonna write like an asterisk. Asterisk. There you go. On these, so I can come back to these. I need to think about it more, but I want to make sure that I don't spend too much time thinking about it right now. Okay. Carnivore. 2, 3. Okay, fourth base again is literally in Narnia. This one would probably be easier to take and wall this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Carnivore. A short map where third bases are protected by rocks. The paths of the third bases naturally diverge and make RMRs explore the map, which creates dynamic play. Dynamic play, dynamic play, dynamic play. Okay, yeah, rocks here. Rush distance, natural to natural. 27 seconds. Okay, it's definitely noticeable that the rush distance is quite small. Okay. Open a map. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Which mean oh, forward base is cool. I actually like this. I just want to see that the distance is not too great between the bases. Oh, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Like 1, 2, 3. Defendable rocks. You can wall this here. 4. Pretty open here. Once you get past this point, open. Free this up. It is a bit easier to camp on 4 bases on this map, I think. But this fifth is a lot more open here and here. Middle of the map looks pretty good. Lots of open space, some terrain to hug around like this. This is nice. Airspace is a bit more limited, but it's not terrible. Let me just here. There's one spot here, I think. Yeah, there's no way you can hit this. So that's good. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, so there's some space there, that's good. Main's not super large. I mean, it's big, but it's not like crazy or anything like that. Yeah, I got nothing to say for this map. Yeah.
Juego en pausa.
Literally nothing else. I think it could be as competitively. The fourth base is like pretty easy to take, but it's not free. You could break this rocks and this base becomes a bit more open. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, anything good balance between making the fourth accessible, but making it possible to open up the third base for defense, for aggression. Okay. Grassy ruins. I'm going, I'm hustling, I'm trying. Grassy ruins. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth open space wall there. I feel like getting lots of 5s, but some of these ones seem pretty good. Also, in the previous meta, we had to worry a lot about how if the quick 3 bases were too easy to take, Protoss are just going to camp on Sky Toss immediately, but that was just because the meta was really bad at the time, so it's not really meta anymore. Oh, is it open already? Okay, it is. Just went to the game right away. Put in work. Three. I guess 4. While here. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with this map. 5th. From the Terran perspective. Some airspace there. Airspace here. Airspace. Good amount of airspace. But nothing super crazy. The middle, I would say the middle like area is a little bland. Like there's just a lot of space and there's no cool terrain features. That's not obviously a requirement. So it's just like I guess my personal take. Maybe it would be cool to have something like kind of a bit more in the middle. I guess something a little bit more. I don't want to say the word exciting, but maybe some more dynamic. I guess. But no, I mean, it's pretty straightforward map. I don't know. Nothing super abusable. There's no tank spots I'm looking at like that's like, oh, you cannot do that. Yeah, I mean, the third is just really open. I think that's it. Okay.
Juego en pausa. There's 4. Just one small thing. I think the only third base just a bit too open. This it's really not that big of a deal, I feel like. I guess not. Juego reanudado.
Depots. You just have to have vision here and vision here to make sure you don't get cucked coming from this angle. Yeah. I don't think a 4 is fair. I think it's not that big of a deal. It's not really ruining anything balance wise in my opinion. Just super standard and straightforward. I think it would have been cool to maybe add something in the middle of the map. Something with more dynamic in the middle of the map. But otherwise, that's it. Okay, Frozen Heart. I'm gonna get canceled for my ratings. I can already hear it. Let me close all these tabs. What the fuck? What does that happen? Is it me? Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Oh wait, that was the map we just loaded. Wait, what? Frozen Heart. Oh yeah, that was weird. I don't know why I was doing that. Okay. Third base. Double destructible rock. 27 seconds again. 4-level rush map and an unusual icy theme. Taking the third base will pose a challenge to players and might require more patience than other regular macro maps due to openness and rush distance. Features wide natural ramp that still can be walled off with 3 buildings. Linear third with tight choke point. An open triangle third. The direct rush path can be blocked by collapsing rock. Okay. Let's load it up. I really can't tell from looking at the pictures. Like, I actually need to load them.
Main base is absolutely gigantic. Trying to. I'm getting tired. I think how many do I have left for this category? 2 more. I'm gonna take a break and then I'll crank out the other 2. I don't know. This is gonna take a long time though. Oh fuck. It's gonna take longer if I do this shit. I'll have to figure out a process or a system. I don't know. I really wanted to record every single one, but it's just too damn fucking hard. Oh, I'm stupid. I could just do this. Oh, fuck. Okay, there. One, 2, 3. God, that's fucking far, man. That's... These are the destructible rocks. So you could break these 2 and seal this off, which makes this easier to take. For a bit, right, until this gets broken down. Which I guess helps balance this out. I do feel like they're too far apart, though. And also, I feel like... No, it's fine. I was gonna say, I feel like maybe this is too narrow, but I think it's okay. Tank spots. No. Nothing, no crazy tank spots, feels like. It's really open, though. I don't know how Protoss players are going to feel this map again. They're like really fucking far apart. And this ramp is humongous. Look at all this space. So the problem is, like, the way you gotta think about this is if you get attacked, your buildings act as a wall, right? So if you have like a command center here and some depots, let's say, you're basically fighting from here to here. This is the amount of space you have. And your opponent is gonna have all of this space. And that's kind of shit because you want to have some sort of counter play, I suppose. But I guess you could just lift the command center and free up the space. But you really can't build anything out here because then you get punished for it. So you have to keep everything in your main probably, and maybe something in your natural. Or your fourth later on. I guess that's it though. Yeah. Like, I still think that the distance between the bases is just too large. And it could probably be a little bit more, like, maybe reduced a little bit. Either reduced a little bit or make the triangular third, like, that space by the ramp slightly smaller. I guess that would be nice. But I guess, again, from the Terran POV, I don't see what could be wrong with it. There's no abusive, like, tank spots. You have some pushing capabilities, like on this side or this side. Probably wouldn't go this way just because you have to go up a ramp anyway again. But you could break the rocks. Oh. Yeah. Distance between third and fourth can probably be reduced a bit. But otherwise, I liked the addition of the double destructible rocks. And that's it. That's it. There's literally nothing else. All right, I'm gonna take a break, guys, and then I guess I'm just gonna keep recording some more of the judging. I don't know. As you can see, it's gonna be tough. I record as much as the macro as possible, but I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, so I do have to get this done soon. All right. Thanks for watching this part, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Peace.